In the very first video of this particular series on Newton's law of motion, we ended our journey with stillness, the courage to pause, the strength to interrupt your own patterns, to wake from the trance of unconscious motion. But once you stop, once the inertia is broken, then what? And that's where the real question begins. If you are no longer on autopilot, how will you move now? Because stopping is only the very first step. The next is learning how to move with intention. And this is where the Newton's second law comes in. Not just as physics, but as philosophy. Because you're not just an object in motion. You are force, you are mass, and you are also acceleration. But before we move forward, just a quick reminder. If you haven't seen the first video of this series, Psychology in Motion, you should check it out first. It will help this one make a lot more sense. The link is in the description. Hey everyone, I'm Roshan Singh Kukreti, and welcome back to Just Contemplate. In this series, Psychology in Motion, we are exploring how ancient wisdom, modern science, and everyday life all move to the same rhythm, but only if we know how to listen. So, let's dive in. Everyone wants power, everyone wants speed, everyone wants results, but almost no one stops to ask, power from what? Speed toward where? Results at what cost? Newton figured it out long before you started sprinting through life without direction. For sure, he was focused on the physical dimension, the motion of objects, the forces that push and pull. But what he probably didn't know was that the same laws apply within us too. As we know, Newton's second law, force equals to mass multiplied by acceleration. Sounds like physics, but it's also you, your force, your impact in the world. It's not just about how fast you move, it's about what you are made of, and that's your mass, and how wisely you move, acceleration. And most people, they have confused panic for motion, overthinking for strategy, momentum for meaning. You can run every day of your life and still be in the same place, emotionally, intellectually, and spiritually, because movement without mass is just noise. But the question is, what gives your life the mass? And for sure, I'm not talking about the mass of your physical structure. And it's also not your resume, not your followers, and not how tightly packed your calendar is. What I'm talking about is your inner mass. And in our tradition, we have a term for it, Dharma. Dharma isn't religion. It's also not rituals, as most of us think. It's about what holds you together, the invisible force that gives weight to your presence and purpose to your path. It's your truthfulness when lies are easy, your compassion when anger feels justified, your courage when fear whispers, stay silent, your humility in moments of praise, your discipline when no one is watching, your sense of responsibility even when you could walk away. This is your mass. The gravity that anchors you when life gets loud. The stillness that steadies you when everything shakes. But as we know, Dharma doesn't trend. It doesn't sell. You can't wear it or post it. And that's why most people stay light, drifting through life. Easy to sway, easy to tempt, easy to forget. But those who walk with Dharma, they carry a silent power. You can feel it when they enter a room because they are anchored. They know what they stand for, and more importantly, what they won't fall for. If you want real power, then don't build noise, build mass. Add Dharma to your soul, and the world will no longer push you around. It will orbit around you. Acceleration isn't just speed, it's intentional speed. In psychology, they call it agency. In ancient wisdom, we call it Sankalp. the sacred resolve that gives direction to your action, directions, and movement. Because the anxious mind, it rushes. The reactive mind, it jumps. But the wise mind chooses its pace. You don't need more time, you need more clarity in motion. Your movement should not be driven by dopamine hits, looming deadlines, or blind desperation. Because speed without sankalp is like fire without direction. It burns but doesn't build. You can't meditate your way through chaos. If your acceleration has been hijacked by habits and patterns, reclaim it. Let your movement be an expression of your intention, not confusion, not compulsion. This is true velocity. This is dharma in motion. This is sankalp. Everyone wants to be a force in the world. But force isn't loud. It's not aggressive. It's not how hard you push. True force is focused mass in motion. Dharma anchored deep within. Sankalp giving it direction. And when these two converge, they create a siddha. Not a magician, but someone who has earned their power by aligning thought, speech, and action completely and fully. That's why a whisper from someone centered hits deeper than a scream from someone scattered. Force isn't how much effort you show, it's how much truth you carry when you act. It's that one act of courage, not noise. That one moment of restraint, not reaction. That one breath of stillness before you speak. This is Siddhi. It's not something you chase, but something you become. Because when your mass is dharma and your motion is sankalp, your impact is no longer ordinary. You don't just influence, you alter, you shape, you shift reality by simply showing up. And that's not magic, that's mastery. That's the power of a siddha. Take a hard look. Are you just reacting to life? Or are you applying force intentionally, wisely? Are you chasing answer in the noise? Or are you building dharma in silence? Are you sprinting toward distraction or accelerating towards clarity? Newton's law doesn't take sides. Force equals to mass multiplied by acceleration. It doesn't care what you move toward, only that you do. And that should scare you or inspire you. Because right now you are in motion. And the only real question is, are you becoming a siddha or just another echo in the feed? The most powerful people you'll ever meet, they don't talk much. They don't rush. But when they move, everything changes. Because their dharma gives them the mass. Their sankalp gives them the direction. And their siddhi, their force, it doesn't explode. It transforms. It's not noise, it's presence. Not ambition, but alignment. Not desperate, but divine. If you want to become that, then don't just hustle harder. Learn to move like someone who knows who they are. Because that kind of motion, that's not just productivity, that's evolution. Force equals to dharma multiplied by sankalp, mass multiplied by acceleration. Simple, eternal, and deeply human.